break her off. The code words, Migos. Yeah.
Shade 4-5. I remember back in the day when I used to listen to Alphabetical Slaughter back in the day. I take them that deep, Heather B, because I was having this conversation yesterday walking through the hallways of what makes a person a legend or what makes a person an icon.
Right.
And we always have this conversation that in our game, in our circles, people throw those words around too frivolously.
Too easily.
And then the word loses its meaning and its definition.
Absolutely.
You know, and one of the things when people asked me, was a certain artist an icon or was a pop artist, I said, well, I think that artist has done extremely well, but that artist hasn't been here longer than 10 years and hasn't been consistent longer than 10 years. For me, you got to do it for at least 2 decades before you get icon status, you know, but you could be on a road to icon status in hip hop if you could stay consistent and you have a certain level of sustainability with the quality of work you do. As an MC, for me, that means lyrically you haven't lost a beat, but at the same time, as the culture evolves, you've been able to transform and evolve with it and maintain your relevance. So when you speak, people can hear you. And today, man, we got an artist that I think is working towards that status of lyrical sustainability and quality if he keeps going.
Absolutely.
All right.
Oh, man, I got to go longer.
But he truly, I follow this man on social media because certain people like my son, this man, T.I., certain folks help me keep my center, you know, when I get frustrated about.
Yes, we all get frustrated.
We get frustrated, you know. We're human. And I look at these men who are younger than me, but I could take cues from them, and it keeps me on point. Today, he got a new album. It's called Underrated, and I believe he truly is. He's back with us today.
Yes.
The one and only Papoose has returned.
Yo, man, that's a hell of an introduction, my brother. I don't know if I can live up to that one.
Well, I put it out there so you could try. Don't make me look crazy, Pap.
Don't lose your status, Pap.
Right, I got you. I'm gonna hold you down.
Man, they look at me a certain way.
I know, man.
Right,
I give it my all.
Give it to all, man. I gotta say, congratulations, first and foremost, on the golden shot.
Yes,
Thank you, man. Thank you, my
golden
brother.
shot.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I remember Remy came here and we talked about you guys wanting to have another child, right?
Yes.
And the complications that you faced to get to the point where you are now.
Yes.
And just watching your celebration online.
Yes.
I'm a father. You know, I could do nothing but be happy for you. How's Remy doing?
She's doing great, man. She's doing great. I gained a whole new respect for her, man.
How so? Why?
Well, first and foremost, watching her carry the child, but giving birth is an amazing thing. So I got to take my hat up to all women, man. It's serious, bro.
Serious.
It's serious, and you look at it from a total different perspective. You know, as you get older, you look at things for what they really are. So now in the space I'm in my life, I see it, how difficult it really is. And also, she's breastfeeding around the clock, which is a task by itself.
Like, does she got to squeeze? How does that work?
Oh, well, basically.
Maybe I'm sorry. I pulled out of that question right there. But you see, I left it to Pap. Yeah, does she got to say, oh, how does that work?
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process. I don't know if any of the ladies in the room are familiar with it. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's a process. In the beginning, you know, a lot of women actually give up because in the beginning you don't get a lot of milk. You only get a small amount. And then some women, you know, they they get pain. And it's just very difficult. It's around the clock. The child actually eats every hour. They like eat, sleep, defecate, wake up and eat again. You know what I'm saying? So it's a full-time job. And eventually you come into a comfortable space, but most women don't make it to that space. They're like, yo, it's too hard. I had to give up.
They say the latching process is difficult, too. That's why so many women give up, because the child won't latch, and that's what, you know, the
onto
pain.
the nipple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Sway, you want all these graphics. I mean, come on,
yeah.
Sway.
Yeah, all kids don't latch.
Yeah, all kids don't latch immediately, but it's healthier.
It's so much healthy, bro.
So much props to Remy for doing that. It's healthier.
They hardly ever get sick on anything.
Really?
When you breastfeed, yes. It's like superpowers that's in that breast milk, man.
I believe that. And psychologically and the comprehension levels increase. And
yes, they say they're smarter. It's a lot of benefits that you give your child when you breastfeed. I just wish my mother would have breastfed me.
Oh my God. Men don't like to come off though. They be staying until they like 5. Men don't want to come off.
That's one of the things that I'm concerned about. Because I heard horror stories like when they get a little older and they out in public with their mom, the kid just pull the shirt off
and just start sucking on their breasts.
They don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They got to know who Remy Ma is. Remy can't be walking around like that, man. That should have go viral for the wrong reasons, man. But we'll get 3 more seasons of Love and Hip Hop.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you one more thing about Remy. Because I remember when she was first released and she came up here, did one of her first interviews, and we were talking about what she going to do in the rap game. And is she going to put the album out?
Yes, she is. She is going to put the project. She's very driven right now, and she's hungry again, man. I can see the desire to jump back out there and do what she need to do. She got some strong material, and she's been enhancing it.
I just thought she didn't care about it like that no more.
Nah, it's not that, man. She got that. Remy got that eye of the tiger with it, man. Like she always wanted. So, but it's just that, the delivering of the baby and the family. Then she got so much other things going on, man. She getting so much money from so many different angles. She's just like, it kind of, it puts you in a comfortable space.
Put you in a comfortable. So do you get an allowance or how does this work?
Oh, stop it! Stop the bullshit. Yo, listen, I give allowances out. Yes. I don't get one.
Nah, absolutely. I watch you, man. I think to me you're one of the most stand-up people doing reality TV.
Thank you, my brother.
And I appreciate it because it's so important that the networks aren't gonna necessarily care about that balance if that balance doesn't sell or get the viewerships or get the streams. But you're providing a balance that I think our community needs. Not everybody is argumentative on TV. Not everybody is pissed off. Not everybody is stressed the fuck out. You know what I mean? And, and I like the normality that you represent and for our community. And I just want to say I thank you and appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. For real, man.
It's all real, Pap. Now let's get into this album.
Yay.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
One of the songs on the album is Underrated. It's actually the first song on the album. And it's interesting that you titled this song Underrated, and I have to presume that you feel that you've been underrated.
Yes, indeed, man. A lot of my supporters who approach me in the street or on social media, they always say, "Yo, Pat, you're underrated. You don't get the respect that you deserve." And I agree with them. You know what I mean? So I had to let that reflect through the music. I had to.
You say a couple of things on it. My music is falling on deaf ears, and you're screaming that. Like, my music is falling on deaf ears. Is anybody listening? And sometimes we play artists that are so fucking dope, and the song will start and stop, and nothing happened. Nobody connected to it. They can't even hear what dope is, at least in my criteria.
Right.
How frustrating is that for you as an artist in this day and age when you see a bunch of artists who obviously aren't as lyrical as you are, but constantly succeeding?
Well, the frustration with me, it doesn't come from seeing others succeed. I'm happy for them guys.
I like that.
The frustration from me is I'm not used to that.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I've been rapping my whole life, and whenever I open my mouth to spit a verse, I was always blessed to get that reaction from the people because that is what always inspired me to keep going. Like, I can't let them down. I got to keep going. And, when I first came in the game, I worked to get to the point where I got that response from the music business. Somewhere down the line, through the politics, that changed for me. The politics changed, and it affected the reaction of the talent. So I noticed the difference. You know what I mean? When I feel like my music was falling on deaf ears. So I'm just trying to break out of that. And this project, my goal is to break out of that and get back to where I was at.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Before.
All right, Papoose is here, man. I wonder if you could get back to where you at or where the new place or the new space you're going to end up are two of the same things. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if we could get back to where we were, but what I like about you is you're finding a way to exist in all of this, which means the possibility of creating a whole nother space can live while these other folks are doing what they're doing.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I see for you when I listen to this music. And the fact that you're so honest, one of the lines, I'm paraphrasing, and Underrated is, I don't know how to say this line because you did a pattern thing that Papoose is known to do. Okay, but the paraphrase, you said everybody wants a sex doll. You want a fake girl, Instagram models who got all kind of cosmetic surgery because you're a fake man. It's what you said
Real.
it. You said it.
Yeah, I said everybody want a sex doll. What is your mental state? Damn, you want a fake woman because you a fake man. Yeah, I did say that.
That's how. So is that how you see it? Like,
Well, to be honest with you, I'm happy that you perceived it that way because you want your lyrics and to be flexible, you know what I mean, where they touch people in different ways. But actually what I was speaking about is these damn weirdos online with these sex dolls.
oh, real sex dolls?
Yeah.
What's we reporting about?
Yeah. Yeah, because they
China,
was like at one time.
Oh, real sex dolls.
Yeah. At one time it was going viral when people was actually considering, taking this as something serious.
Oh, they doing it. They
They
got
doing it in
married
China.
to sex dolls.
Yeah, you see,
overseas.
and that was just creepy and weird to me. So I said something
But
about
it's a
it.
double entendre though too, especially being
Yes, that's
how,
what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
like the way Sway took it. You know what I mean? It can go that way too.
Well, shit. When I listen to your music, I get in my deep state.
Right.
You know, I get in deep zen. I gotta decipher. You know, I'm about to decipher. I put my glasses on.
Nah, definitely.
Okay.
man.
This is a great album. Papoose has a new album. It's called Underrated. It's
Yes.
out now.
All digital platforms, man.
And DJ Premier did a killer track with
Yes.
him.
Primo.
Numerical Slaughter, which is so clever.
Thank you.
Remy Ma's on it. Music Soul
Yes.
Child is on it. Casanova, who was just here, he's on it.
Shout
The
to
Shooter
Cass.
joint. I'm going to play Underrated and open up these phones. Hey, you spitting today?
Static Select. Nah, I don't want them to.
Oh, shit.
I don't
damn.
want them to get distracted from the project, Sway. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. You might understand. Look.
Okay, let me hear you.
All right, let me say this.
After that setup, damn, go ahead.
Every time me and my brother Sway get together, man, and something about this environment, when we do a freestyle, we're blessed with the opportunity to go viral. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to create no content that's going to distract people from the project. I want them to go buy the project, man. Underrated right now.
Yes.
He
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
He right.
He right.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna be
wanna do.
honest,
But-
and I be here. Every time you freestyle, we forget what we were talking
You
about.
see what I'm saying?
That's
I don't.
no, we don't even. It's like for real. The freestyle takes over the conversation.
I don't want to. Yo, that's one of my. Another one of my problems, Sway. I swear, man. A lot of artists are intimidated by me, man. I can't get the opportunity to work with them because they feel like I'm gonna outshine them. And I'm not trying to hurt these guys. I just want to work together. You know what I'm saying? So I
Fuck 'em.
don't want.
Fuck 'em. Go to the ones who got the heart to rock with you. Go sit down with Kendrick, J. Cole, all them dudes, man.
But if I'm blessed with the opportunity to come back up here, I'll come up here and go bananas.
Oh, you got to do the five fingers.
You know
People,
what I'm saying?
everybody always. The five fingers. You set that shit up.
I would love to come back and
Okay.
do that.
That-
DJ Wonder over there, you know what I'm saying, in the corner. You know how he do it.
Yeah, you see him right
Silent killer. He don't say much, but
Okay. All right. That makes sense to me. So
Yeah.
what we open up the phone lines. Let these
Thank you,
callers
man.
talk to you.
Thank you.
And I love you, man. I want to see you
My
win
brother, man.
everywhere you want to do it, bro.
Shine about the
appreciate
album
it.
today. It's about
Okay,
the
it's
album.
about Underrated.
Yes,
It's the
that's what
title
I
track.
need.
888-742-3345.
These niggas sickening. My wife is religious, her Louboutins are Christian.
Underrated.
yes,
Papoose.
we here, baby.
Got another song called Third Eye when you say slavery in Libya never ended.
Yeah, shout out to Static Selector. He produced that. You know what I mean?
He killed that.
Yes.
That's-
It's, yes.
It never ended? What do you mean? You said
No.
they lied to us.
Yes, they did. Basically, what I'm speaking about on Third Eye is they was putting out at one time, I don't know if y'all seen it, a lot of footage saying, there's slavery in Libya, and everybody was in an uproar. Like, this is something that's not known. Slavery never ended in places like that. It's still in full effect. It's just here that slavery became more popular because of the civil rights movement and things of that nature. The Civil War, we fought back and we stood up and went against it. But in places like Libya, it still goes on. It's still racism and slavery and oppression is at an all-time high, way worse than it is here. It's just more popular here because of those things. Than we fought back.
We fought back. Now in Third Eye, you really and you touch on a lot of today issues when we talk about our current
Yes.
administration and what we're seeing happening in this country.
Yes.
21 Savage did the same thing on the Jimmy Fallon show when he did the A Lot remix and start speaking on immigration issues and border security.
Wow.
Is when we start seeing ICE come after
Oh, yes.
21 Savage and then other shit start getting pulled up from his past. Do you ever get that kind of backlash?
Yes, I got a lot of backlash, and I'm talking about when they shot Sean Bell. I made a song called 50 Shots.
Yes.
Al Sharpton reached out to me. I went with him. I marched with him. Anytime something happened that was an injustice for our people, I spoke up and I stood on the front line, and they destroyed me for it.
How?
The Daily News would put me in there and assassinate my character for any little thing. The New York Post, like I was getting attacked. And it was to the point where I had to go get a lawyer and say, yo, what's going on? What are these people's problem? You know what I'm saying? Even when my wife had her situation, they was using that as an opportunity to just make, fake news about me. I can just be shooting a music video, doing something, for entertainment purposes, and they took it and made it seem real. So they was just consistently assassinating my character. You know what I'm saying? I had shows that got shut down. All type of, you won't believe, bro.
Good thing you got your citizenship. They would have been dealing with that.
But I'm a changed man. I turned over a new leaf, and all those people, they leave me the hell alone now.
Well, you got, and you're a powerful voice as well. We were talking about a story with the young man Blueface who came by the show 2 weeks ago. We was happy to have him on the show. He got a lot of success. People talk about his artistry, but whatever, the kid is doing his thing. And he got caught up with a gun charge, and now he's facing 3 years and shit. And it's like, and when we went on a tirade and said,
damn.
And it's coming from us, it may seem different to some of the younger artists, but I'm not even talking to you as a young artist. Like, I'm talking to you as a person, as a man. Like, you have a target on your back, so you got to be smarter.
Smarter.
Master P came here a month ago and said I had to learn how to outsmart my environment. That I'm in is how I was able to elevate it from it. So some of these younger artists, all those days of posting your guns and shit and live streaming your guns and all that, you seeing 6ix9ine, you seeing Blueface, you seeing these folks are on their neck, right?
Yes.
Is that what you try to tell folks at all? Because is that connecting? Like, I don't think people believe they're being targeted, especially
Sway,
young black men.
We are young black men. We are definitely being targeted. They're waiting. They on social media. They're waiting for you to post something silly saying, hey, I got the glizzy on me right now. Hey, bend this corner. Such and such just said he got the glizzy. Let's see if he really has it. This is where he hangs out. This is going on. So my thing is this for young black men, we have the right to bear arms. But in your younger years, if you ruin that by carrying a gun, when you come of age, you're destroying your right. You can never possess a firearm. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another thing they got to take into consideration. But we're definitely being targeted. And as a father, some of these young kids, man, they're very hard-headed.
Yeah.
They're very hard-headed. You really got to take out the time and talk to them. So it's not easy to drill that into their heads because the negativity is on the forefront. And they, for some reason, I don't know, they idolize that.
How does it work with the boys in your family?
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's difficult, especially when you see your children make mistakes that you know and you learn from and you're trying to tell them. But sometimes, man, I got to be honest. I would be fake if I sat up here and said, every piece of advice that I gave my children, they took it and ran with it. No.
Right.
Sometimes they got to touch that fire to know it burns. And that's unfortunate and that hurts as a parent. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes experience is the best teacher, but you don't want them to suffer. You know what I'm saying? So just to the young kids, I know a lot of y'all listen to hip-hop and y'all look up to the rappers as role models, and I'm telling you right now, don't go that route. It's not worth it. Like Sway said, they watching you.
They're watching you, and then these rappers are lying. A lot of the artists are lying to you.
Oh, big time.
They understand that it's entertainment.
Right.
So I'm gonna get on that little screen and entertain y'all.
Yes.
And so you could be attracted to whatever the shit I'm putting out, whether it's T-shirts or music. Just come to my concert, pay that money, and I'm gonna go home in this suburb and chill out with the maid.
And chill out, and then the rappers are doing it for entertainment, and then these young kids, they passionate about it.
Yeah.
So they really got to have that gun. They really want to sell those drugs.
Right.
We saw, what was the kid we was watching?
There's a kid, I don't know if you heard about this. It was a couple days ago, a guy named Big LA in Florida who Instagram lived the shootout with police at his home. He was in the garage, and yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like, it went from a domestic dispute to like him talking about, yeah, I'm ready to go out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see this live.
Wow.
He's alive. I don't know how, but
how?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Sway.
We got to make sure that that's real because some of this stuff be fake. Why is he still alive?
Well, that's interesting, but the stream, you see police officers actually, because you see the camera view from their body camera as well.
Oh, wow. So this really happened.
Or it was an elaborate movie scene. One or the other, man. But
Wow.
Tracy, you
Yeah,
sent
I was
me.
gonna say, well, the lines get very blurred with as far as entertainment and then your personal life with social media because it like holding a camera in front of your face is very like blurry in a sense where it's not a professional camera. So it gives off the sense of like, okay, it's happening in real time.
Yes.
But I'm starting to wonder if we should hold some of these platforms accountable in a sense, you know, where if you put something like a shootout on your Instagram live, you're no longer allowed to be on Instagram at all. Do you just have conversations with your kids about being responsible with these tools that we can't escape?
Yes. I mean, I have conversations with them about being responsible in life. You know what I'm saying? Then by the time they get to social media, it'll trickle on over to that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But as far as the platforms being, they will erase your page if you do something stupid. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough.
You got a song called "Shooter" on your album.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We talking about. You like that leeway?
Shout
right
out to
there?
Casanova on that one.
Yeah. You ain't having shootouts on that song, are you?
Nah, you just
Okay.
gotta listen to it, man. You know, it's me and my constituents. Notice how much we don't care how you is, rich you is, because it's frivolous to judge you by residuals. Just make it all ridiculous. You know what I mean? On and on.
Let's do it, man. All right, Papoose is here.
Yeah.
888-742-3345. Sway in the morning, Shade 45, man. Papoose is here. That's Shooter.
Yes. We here. Shout out to
Featuring
Cass.
Casanova.
Yes.
There was another song that I really like called Discipline
Okay.
on it because of the sample you Did you do Discipline?
Yep.
did this, listen.
Yep. My man E-Dub did this.
E-Dub, what up, baby? You did that? Now, which one of them didn't think coming here was important to come freestyle? Which one of them said, was that the same one? Oh, E-Dub. We won't be playing Discipline. Hey, let me ask you something, though, E-Dub. What you know about Luther Ingram? To put him on that mic.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know much. I just use the sample.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
He just like how it sounded.
Yo, I was so impressed when I heard that sample. I was like, somebody is a crate digger. Okay, all right. So you stumbled on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Well, you got some work to do.
How you
anyway.
knew? How you knew he did that one though, man?
He does? I don't know.
That's crazy.
I got you just witnessed my sixth sense.
That was crazy.
Yeah, we all got that. You know what I mean? You just got my third eye.
Okay. That's what's up. Now
I was
get
able
it.
to see it. You know, I'm gonna take these phone calls. Papoose is just hanging out with us. You got so many callers. So callers. I'm a quick question, quick answer.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Knowledge from Georgia. Good morning. How you
Knowledge,
doing?
what's poppin'?
Knowledge.
Peace. What's going on, family?
What's up?
Hey, yo, Papoose, man. I followed you from day one when you used to do your mixtape out in Brooklyn, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that,
Yo,
man.
Yo, from the start. Yo, keep doing what you're doing, man. Yo, I love how you did the alphabet and now you're doing the numbers. Keep moving forward, brother.
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm talking about, brother. Peace.
I appreciate it. Peace.
All right, Knowledge got that album. He a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Let's go with Kevin in South Carolina. What up, Kev?
Kev, what's good?
Kev.
You hear that? We went to Georgia to South Carolina. I'm just glad you know that. All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, Kev.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. But Pap, all right, just like the other guy said, man, that alphabet and the numbers. Hey, I respect bars, and hey, you got it, my nigga. That's what's up.
Thank you, man. Please go get the album, man. Underrated, man. I need you to cop
Hey,
that.
getting it right now, bro.
All right, Kev. You a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Polo's in San Francisco.
Hey,
Polo. I'm just gonna
Hey,
keep
what's
throwing
happening,
cities.
man?
I'm gonna just keep hitting him with cities real quick. Yo, Polo's in San Francisco.
Hey, what's happening? What's popping with the population, man? Hey, Papoose, I want to salute you, bro. You know what I'm saying? There ain't a lot of motherfuckers out here that inspire me to write. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist, too. And you a fresh of breath there, bro. So when I hear you, you know what I'm saying? This shit inspired me, man.
Yo, thank you, man. Do you use Apple Music or iTunes or Spotify?
Well, I use Apple Tunes,
All right.
the Apple Music.
All right,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
Make sure you get the album, man. It's called Underrated.
Go check out the album.
Yeah.
If you're an artist and you're inspired by him, it's a bunch of songs that are gonna inspire you. I guarantee you. All right.
Definitely. I'm definitely going to check it out. And salute to y'all, too, man. Sway up from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? You're a big inspiration, too,
Come
bro.
on, man. God
Much
bless
love.
you, man. I appreciate
right,
you.
man.
You
Thanks,
already know
man.
what that
Peace.
is. Will is in Virginia.
Will,
Hey,
what's
Will.
good?
E-Dub. Will, what
Yo, good morning, Sway. Good morning, Heather. Papoose, man. First and foremost, I just want to say, brother, hey, congratulations on fatherhood. That's one of the greatest blessings any man will ever experience. I've been following you since you did that verse with the 5 fingers. Brooklyn, you got the boroughs in your hand.
Yeah.
Law Library was my shit. And that Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield, was my anthem in 2007, man. I just want to know if we can ever get some with you and Immortal Technique together in one track.
Oh, that would be dope, man. Shout out to Immortal Technique, man. I would love that, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Y'all
not
never
against
worked
it.
together?
Nah, never worked together.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I've been searching. I've been looking, man. You and Technique, man. Come on.
Hey, Will, you a citizen?
Super citizen.
Yeah,
Sway in the morning.
Who was it that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with? Have you ever worked with Killer Mike?
No.
T.I.?
Me and T.I. was supposed to do something. Never happened.
Oh, shit, man. Wow. We got to get this
We were supposed to do something.
Man,
it
y'all
never
should all
happened.
form a group. Can you imagine that, Pap? T.I.?
Wow.
Yeah,
Immortal Technique.
That'd be crazy. That'd
Killer
be
Mike.
crazy. No, never worked with those guys.
Wow.
Nope.
Throw J. Cole on it.
Yep. That's J. Cole is dope too. Shout out to J. Cole.
Let Kendrick do some cameos.
Now
you cheating. I'm cheating, man. I would love to hear that album.
Now you cheating.
E-Dub, we going to Charlotte right now. This is Prince. I just let you know.
Queen City.
I'm just letting you know where we at with it now.
E-Dub.
Yo, what up?
What up, man? Prince, what you want to say?
Man, I just want to shout out Papoose, man. I've been following you for a minute. Really back since 07. Like you and Lupe and will be like all I would listen to. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when like everyone was so like Wayne. I was like, nah, Papoose.
Appreciate it, man. Did you get the new album? It's called Underrated.
I'm about to say that out right now, man.
All right, man. Yo, snapshot it and tag me on Instagram. I repost it, man.
Yeah, anybody that snapshot the album artwork, Papoose is going to repost it. So some of you guys, if you want to get your likes up, get your followers up, he got a ton of followers, so make sure you do that.
Yes,
all right?
yes, let's go.
Kenya, what city are you in, Kenya?
Hey, Kenya.
Oakland, town business.
Town
business.
What up, Kenya?
E-Dub.
Yes, I'm right around the corner from your cousin. Tag Universe, 87, 86, all of that.
You live next to Cousin Clee?
I grew up on 87 between Plymouth and Birch, yeah.
When you
see rest in peace, little cousin Eric, that was my homie, all of that.
Wow. So you know the family. Okay.
Of course.
Kenya, how are you? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, Papoose.
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm so sad, though, that you're not doing the 5 fingers. But I
Talk to him, Kenya.
reason.
Get on his neck, Kenya.
Yo,
Oh,
Kenya.
my God. When I heard that you were going to be on here, I was like, yes. Oh, my God.
I just told somebody else that I was gonna come here, and they said, "Oh God, are you gonna do 5?" Yeah, it's like it's infamous, bro. I swear, their eyes popped out.
It is. It was the best one ever.
Thank you, but you know what, Kenya? Did you get the new project? It's called Underrated. That's my focus right now. I need you to get that.
Thing. I heard you ask the other homie, do they have iTunes, Spotify, whatever. I pay for Apple Music, $14.99 a month. I usually just download music, but this one I'm about to drop coin on. I'm about to hop on iTunes and purchase it.
Man. Thank you
That's
so
what I'm
much,
about
man.
to do.
Hey, make sure you snapshot it and tag me, and I'm gonna repost it on my social media.
Exactly. Looking forward to it. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Kenya, make sure when you see Cousin Clee, let him know we coming out to Oakland. He better have his pots and pans ready because I'm going to take him out. Yes, tell him. Pop shit for me, Kenya. Tell him we having a cooking battle. Tell Clee to get ready.
I don't think we're ready for you, Henry.
Ride for me, Kenya. Ride for me. I got business in Oakland. Wow.
All
right.
I'm about to get on his neck right
Get on his neck. Get on his neck, Kenya. All right. Hey, Kenya, that's
right.
you know you family, and then rest in peace to our cousin Eric, too. Thank you for mentioning him.
Miss him.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're a citizen.
A super citizen of Sway in the morning.
There it
Kenya.
is.
Yes.
Dope. That's dope.
That's dope.
E-Dub, we good? You want to take some more? Yeah. Okay. You sure? But E-Dub, check this out.
Get on
the mic. Get him on the mic. Shit. E-Dub, tell me something, man. I swear on everything, I ain't even set tripping right now because I love everybody. Everybody you listen to and watch are friends of mine. I guarantee you some form of fashion. I done looked out for him, and we looked out for each other.
No doubt.
So it ain't about those people, but it's about this audience, right? When you listen to these callers and they tell you his music, his career from 05 to 08 to 2012, they talk about stuff he's done years ago.
Yes.
You see the difference? Yeah. It's a difference. That's what this audience is. We worked with each other every single day for how many years now? 7.5 years we've been doing this. A lot of grooming. Like-minded people, open-minded people. Before you call up here, you only have one train of thought. You trash.
Right. I seen that happen up here.
Well, come on, man. Is he just trash or you don't like him? But there's levels to this shit. And so we explore and open up these conversations. Have my objective, personal objective, even when me and King Tech first came on radio in 1990. E-Dub, I'm not sure if you was born in 1991.
Oh, yeah, he was back there.
He's back there.
He was running around doing mixtapes.
So he was doing mixtapes. So at that time, our culture, the way it was being misrepresented, it was being represented in one way, and it was basically fueled by stereotypes that were perceived by people who weren't immersed in it. When you came to media, when it came to networks, radio, the whole thing.
Yes.
So my objective, King Tech and I, was to raise the consciousness of the culture and the conversations that we're having and how we talk about our own craft. If we don't put value in our own craft, why would we expect anybody else to? People shit on the Grammys and all of that, but why? When the Grammys were created, they weren't talking about hip-hop. They didn't create that for hip-hop necessarily.
Wow.
So, right? Okay, so my objective was forget everybody else's perception. As somebody who's immersed in it, I'm going to give you ours. And everybody else's, even if yours is different from mine. Well, come talk about that shit. What's that about? So the same thing happened with MTV. Prior to MTV, most of the folks on there, shout out to Ed and Dre, Fat Five Freddy,
Yes.
and the early on ones, but it got to a point with MTV, we were just either joking or fighting, right? We either cracking jokes, which is fun,
right,
or we fighting. We doing some slapping our knees and doing some song and dance. So when I first came in 2000, me, Ramon Duke, Shaheem Reed, it was, hey man, I want to raise the consciousness of what we talk about. Let's put some value. That's why we started Hot as MCs, the first roundtable discussion that used to take place that gave birth to in my opinion, all the other ones you've seen since. So it wasn't who cared who was number one necessarily.
Right.
That's subjective. But the fact that we cared about lyrics and people were arguing about lyrics, that was done on purpose. So even coming here with this show, when Heather and I first sat down, that was our objective. Let's keep raising the consciousness. We ain't gonna follow the trends. Fuck a troll.
Right.
All that clout shit. Whatever we do is gonna come from a real place. And so when you listen to our callers and they love Papoose, and they saying everything about his career from beginning. That's the difference, E1. That's the difference, E1. Up with your dog, man. Come on, man. Come do our Fire Friday Cypher and bring some beats.
Broke it down.
Bring some beats, man. Come on.
Let's do it.
You want no problem? Okay, every Friday we put a spotlight on the MCs that people don't know.
Okay, that's dope.
That end up becoming people like Logic, King Los, Token.
And they got a buzz after that.
They got a buzz after that. And that buzz opens the doors for some of those other platforms to go, oh, okay. All right, shit. Me and Flex talk. I tell Flex, hey, man, if you find somebody that's hot, send them here. I'm going to send you shit, too.
Dave East came here.
Dave East.
Early
on.
Yeah.
Early. And we trying to preserve the culture so people like Papoose will always have a place to come talk, man.
That's what it's about.
E1, I'm fucking with you. I love you, man. You family, man. I wouldn't even give you all that if you wasn't, but we going to schedule you to come up here.
History lesson, man.
E-Dub, man. I like that dude. He making dope songs.
No doubt.
What's next for you, man? Our fatherhood.
Yes, man. Fatherhood is great, my brother.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful young lady. I'm going to show you a picture before I leave, man. And she just brings more peace into my house. You know what I'm saying? Even when me and my wife disagree, the baby is the common ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful thing.
That's a beauty. Your patience on TV is amazing. I don't even know how you could disagree with Remy. She's killing it on that show too.
Yeah, she is. State of the Culture.
State of the Culture,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Please send our love.
Nah,
all right?
definitely. Remy is vocal, man. She speak her mind.
I just picture you losing mad debates at home. Man.
Oh yeah, I lose all the time. I lose all the time.
You lose all the time, but
you know what I mean. The ones I don't lose, I take the L anyway.
You take the L anyway. Happy home,
happy wife, happy life, man.
Okay, there it is, Pap, man. Love you, man. Y'all get that underrated
Thank you,
project.
man.
It's out now.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Anytime, man. This your show, so whatever you want to do when you come up.
And I'm coming back to do that 5 fingers, man.
Oh
as
man,
promised,
you
man.
don't have to, man.
Nah, I want to.
You sure?
I need to.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's play Discipline. That'll be the our final song. That's track 9. All right. We're going to come back with Michael Yo and a little bit of Celebrity Wire.
Yes, and the police have spoken about Jussie Smollett.
This is Discipline, produced by who?
E-Dub. Let's go.
Baby.
Brownsville.
Let's go, baby.